dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So we have another edition of This Week in Warframe, where we go over the stuff going on in Warframe this week as far as news, updates, the weekly reset, and more. So we'll be starting off with going over Teshin's weekly stuff and all that. If you enjoy these types of videos, go ahead and hit that sub button. We do these videos every day, well, rather Warframe videos every day, and we do live stream quite regularly as well, so go check out the live stream channel on the other platform. Alright, so we're going to start with this weekly reset stuff. Going over to Teshin, we got, how much of Kuva is that? 50k Kuva for 55 Steel Essence. Technically a discount compared to if you were to buy Kuva for the 15 per. So, pretty decent one right there. And now we're going to go check out the Archon Sortie. I think it's going to be a red shard this week, but we'll see. Crimson shard is going to be the one that gives you ability stats such as power, strength, duration, and it will actually increase crit stats and weapons too. Alright, so it's going to be a Crimson Shard, and I've got the Strun and a Naros. I actually was trying the Strun Prime out against the Archon, and it wasn't as good as I was hoping, so we'll have to see. I do usually, well not usually, I'll use a Naros in the Archon Sortie sometimes, so a decent bonus right here. Maybe I could go with like Roar on a Naros, or whatever. And as far as the mission types, we've actually got some new stuff today. We've got a Spy mission, so keep in mind guys, if you are bad at doing like the new Narmer hacking, there's likely going to be a bunch of Narmer hacking in this. Now, thankfully, Mars Spy is not a very difficult one, but if we are getting spy missions, expect the Jupiter Spy mission to be annoying for a lot of people who are not very great at this. One thing to keep in mind, though, the Auto Breach Parazon mod does actually work on Narmer hacking, and it will, like, auto-complete it, but it's only a 30% chance to proc, so you might want to make sure you have that one equipped if you are bad at doing that. Additionally, we've got an Archon Narmer Disruption on the second tier here. So, since these enemies are technically classified as Narmer and not Grineer or Corpus, or Sentience rather, the Bane of the Grineer should not work here. So you're going to need to not use a Bane mod likely, and definitely bring some like Armor Strip and all that. So interesting, at least we're getting stuff that's not just defense, mobile defense, boss fight. So an actual kind of cool Archon Sortie this week, with technically two new missions, I guess, and then the final boss fight will be the Crimson Wolf Boy. We get the Wolf Gal at the end of the month. If you watched my previous video from a couple days ago, Lua's Prey is confirmed for November 30th. So if you're looking to get that Warframe, there you go. All right, let's go over calls, challenges, and actually let's check out Chipper first. So Chipper's got a Amber Shard giving you casting speed and things of that nature. Yeah, remember, that cannot be Tau from this guy. The only place you can get a Tau Shard is from killing the Archon. Call's mission, if you've done it every single week, is Junk Run. And as far as challenges, we've got Deathless, complete the mission without dying. There's a challenge to defeat Sprog, which is the new mini-boss they threw in here, which does not drop anything. But you can kind of feel better about yourself knowing that there's a challenge to do it. So if you kill Sprog, you'll get loot indirectly by completing the challenge. Yeah, kind of bad. Release 3 caged dogs on the guards, or Drox, because we can't call them dogs. Who let the dogs out? Rescue Ostron. Rescue 5 rescued Ostrons. So these are, I think they share the same cages, so you're going to be doing a major cage hunt, hunting down these cages with these guys in them, and the doggos. Scavenge the Damaged Thumper. This is really easy. It's like marked on the map with like a big green icon, so you can't really miss it. So good stuff there, basically free stock. And then stun 5 deacons. You can stun the same deacon over and over again. I'd recommend the one in like the second room, I think it is. Just hide in the corner, throw Veil Breakers at him. I think it's like an 8-second cooldown. You can just keep doing that over and over again. So, relatively easy week, I'd say, besides like having to find these dog cages and the Ostron cages. So, alright, let's go over the Nightwave stuff and we'll see what invigorations I have. Keep in mind, guys, the Nightwave is ending very soon. This video is going up like right after the weekly reset. You got about like 2.5 days to get your Nightwave stuff done, so keep that in mind. Alright, so going over the challenges, we've got the first one is going to be Earth Fisher. Catch 6 rare fish in the plains of Eidolon. The ones I'd recommend is the one they show in this picture. A Merc Ray fish can be caught during the day or at night on the edges of the map, and you're going to want to use bait too, the Merc Ray bait. Complete 3 Void Flood missions. That's the one where you pick up the orbs on Zeramon and like fly around. Titania is the master of this mission. So yeah, if you want to do this challenge, go for it. You do have to have access to Zeramon endgame planet, basically. I guess they call it endgame planet. It's the latest game planet there is. You get to beat the new war and have all that stuff. So good luck with that. Complete 9 invasion missions of any type. Now, I'd recommend for this one to just do Forrid. If the Forrid manifestation appears, it's basically a capture mission like 9 times in a row. It's really boring, but that's one of the fastest ways to do this. You can also do like an actual invasion capture technically too. Loyalty, gain a total of 5,000 standing across all factions. One of the easiest challenges in the game, especially since we technically still have a double XP event going right now. Just put on a Syndicate medallion or a Syndicate sigil or whatever. Or actually, it's different now. You actually pledge your loyalty to whatever Syndicate you want to go for. This also should work on like bounties too. So if you do like a Fortuna bounty, it's probably like 1 bounty's worth of rep. Super straightforward. Even just get it by doing kills on enemies. Test subject. Complete 8 zones of Sanctuary Onslaught. See what I was talking about? Just do this challenge, and you'll have this one done in the meantime when you pledge loyalty to the faction. So, 8 zones of Sanctuary Onslaught, pretty straightforward. I believe Elite Sanctuary Onslaught also works for this too. And would you look at that, as I say that, complete 8 zones of Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. So I believe these all 3 should complete at the same time. The Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, the normal Sanctuary Onslaught, and yeah, just Syndicate stuff. So interesting. I believe these do count, but if they don't, that's going to be a lot of the ESO. And then the last one is kill or capture an Eidolon Hydralist. This description right here does not really give you the full the full picture. It's the 3rd Eidolon, not the first one, this green guy. And if you don't know what you're doing, just skip this challenge. Don't worry about it. All right, moving on to the cred offerings. You got the evergreen stuff at the top, and as far as helmets, you've got the Wolf Hood Blueprint, which will be for your operator. If you want that, go for it. And as far as the other helmets, nothing too phenomenal. Nothing's really jumping out at me right now. I do like this Ivara Zoroastra helmet, but then again, Ivara is always invisible, so is it really that worth it? Probably not. As far as aura mods this week, you got really, this is probably the worst week of aura mods I've ever seen. I don't think I'd actually recommend you buy any of these, like at all. Maybe the Dead Eye, I guess, because it's 52% damage for snipers, but these are some of the most useless aura mods in the game. So, yeah. Don't buy those, just use our Nightwave creds and other stuff. For Mastery fodder, we've got the Glaive Normal, and we've got the Heat Dagger. So if you need those for Mastery, go for it. Remember, the Glaive Prime is much better than the normal Glaive. And as far as PvP augment mods, we've got Ambush Optic for the Rubico, which is minus Zoom. We've got Rumbled for Atlas, which makes him become a Rumbler and like look really bad and goofy. And then we've got Shrapnel Round for the Marelock, giving it crazy multi-shot but reduced damage. That's going to be your Nightwave stuff for the week. Now, as far as what's going on this week in Warframe, we are going to likely have the dev stream on Friday. They still haven't announced it, but at this point they're not giving us enough information to actually have news drops. So I'm making it. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. Where, oh gosh, we have a Revenant Invigoration. These are some good-looking Invigorations. Basically, there will be likely be a dev stream on Friday for the 25th, and then the new update, Lua's Prey, will come out next week on the 30th. So expect that dev stream to have information like Varuna's abilities, which is the name of the werewolf frame. Potentially them showing us if self-damage is going to be in Lua's Prey, which it's likely that self-damage will be re-added in Lua's Prey. And they might show like the Zaku skin. They might show the Grendel rework, which is likely going to be happening with Lua's Prey as well. So there should be a good amount of information they talk about. But it's going to be like 5 days before the update actually comes out. So we won't have much time to absorb it. That's okay. All right, let's go over these Invigorations. Keep in mind, Invigorations are random for each player. And if you want to get access to stuff, you need to go to Deimos and get rank. Whoa. Rank 5 with Deimos. Go to the Sun NPC. And that is a hero invigoration right there. Increase power strength and increase energy max. That might be like 1,000 energy restore per kill, like before headshots. That's actually nuts, dude. I'm gonna have to. There might be a new hero video this week. There might, because that is gonna be nuts. Okay, well that's a good one to look at. Let's move on to the next one. Melee damage and sprint speed for Protea. Okay, pretty meh. I will go ahead and pass over that one. Compared to this, it's really terrible, but you know it's a usable one. And then for Revenant, primary crit chance and energy rate. Yeah. Well, there might be a new hero video this week. The Revenant one's kind of underwhelming, but hey, you know what? Not like Revenant needs the buff anyway. What, is that going to give you like 20 more Mesmer skin stacks if I had that on Revenant? And I technically could override this to put this one on any frame. So we'll see about that. I think it'll be pretty good on Harrow, though, with all that energy being channeled. That's basically it for the video, guys. Sorry about that freak out at the end about the Harrow Invigoration. That's one of the craziest ones I've seen. So, yeah, expect there will be a new Necros build video coming out tomorrow. There will be a Korra build video coming on Wednesday, and other build videos with Archon shards and like build videos and all that for weapons coming out soon, too. So I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.